Everything in the universe that is not pure mind or love is composed of light. All atomic particles are fundamentally complex photons. These photons are simply what you might think of as the body that houses the mind of the one infinite creator. The illusion of separate parts is the product of the first distortion, which is free will. The nature of the vibratory pattern of your universe is dependent upon the configurations placed upon the original material or light by the focus or love using its intelligent energy to create a certain pattern of illusions or densities in order to satisfy its own intelligent estimate of a method of knowing itself. Thus, the colors, as you call them, are as straight or narrow or necessary as is possible to express given the will of love. If you pass white light through a prism, it fans out into the rainbow of 7 colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. These colors are the manifestation of a spectrum of increasing levels of energy. It can be noted, however, that there are discrete boundaries between colors, so as you might guess, there is some distinct difference between each of the 7 parts of this energy spectrum. This is indeed the case, and it is a fundamental principle underlying the structure of the creation. When intelligent infinity, or the Creator, first condensed through the process of the first, second, and third distortions to form the physical universe, the first manifestations were the stars of the galactic centers. The galaxies then grew outward like budding flowers in a spiraling fashion. I'm starting at the very beginning of the creation of our galaxy and touching on the important concepts that are necessary to reach an understanding of Earthman's present situation. Keep in mind the first 3 distortions of the original infinite intelligence and their order of development. They are, first, free will, second, love, and thirdly, light. Questioner: I understand that the first distortion of intelligent infinity is the distortion of what we call free will. Can you give me a definition of this distortion? I am Ra. In this distortion of the law of one, it is recognized that the Creator will know itself. Questioner: then am I correct in assuming that the Creator then grants, for this knowing, the concept of total freedom of choice in the ways of knowing? I am Ra. This is quite correct. Questioner: I would like for you to define love in its sense as the second distortion. I am Ra. This must be defined against the background of intelligent infinity or unity or the one Creator with the primal distortion of free will. The term love then may be seen as the focus, the choice of attack, the type of energy of an extremely, shall we say, high order, which causes intelligent energy to be formed from the potential of intelligent infinity in just such and such a way. Thus, in vibratory sense, love comes into light in the sense of the activity of unity in its free will. Love uses light and has the power to direct light in its distortions. Questioner: I will make a statement that I have extracted from the physics of Dewey Larson, which may or may not be close to what we are trying to explain. Larson says that all is motion, which we can take as vibration, and that vibration is pure vibration, and it is not physical in any way or in any form or density. And the first product of that vibration is what we call the photon, or particle of light. I am trying to make an analogy between this physical solution and the concept of love and light. Is this close to the concept of love creating light? I am wrong. You are correct. Questioner: then I will expand a bit more on this concept. We have the infinite vibrations of love which can occur. I am assuming at varying frequencies. I would assume that it begins at one basic frequency. Does this have any meaning? I am wrong. Each love, as you term the prime movers, comes from one frequency if you wish to use this term. This frequency is unity. We would perhaps liken it rather to a strength than a frequency, this strength being infinite. The finite qualities being chosen by the particular nature of this primal movement. Questioner: then this vibration, which is, for lack of better understanding, pure motion, it is pure love. It is nothing that is yet condensed, shall we say, to form any type of density of illusion. This love then creates by this process of vibration a photon, as we call it, which is the basic particle of light. This photon then, by added vibrations and rotations, further condenses into particles of the densities we experience. Is this correct? I am wrong. This is correct. These are the first three phases of the creative process that produce what we call our universe. The first distortion is obviously of primary importance, since the entire creation evolved as its product. Our galaxy has 250 billion stars in it. A large percentage of these stars have planetary systems similar to our own. Life has been evolving for billions of years in our galaxy as well as in others. Our population is very young in the galactic sense. Our world is far from the center of the galaxy where the evolutionary development started. The master plan for the evolution of consciousness was based on the energy spectrum we call light. The evolutionary process was planned to include 7 steps or increments of development. The key is what, in our experience, appears as the 7 colors of the spectrum. In the same session, this conversation explores this concept further. Questioner: then this light, which forms the densities, has what we call color. This color is divided into 7 categories. Can you tell me if there is a reason or explanation for these categories of color? I am Ra. The nature of the vibratory patterns of your universe is dependent upon the configurations placed upon the original material or light by the focus or love, using its intelligent energy to create a certain pattern of illusions or densities in order to satisfy its own intelligent estimate of a method of knowing itself. Thus, the colors, as you call them, are as straight or narrow or necessary as is possible to express given the will of love. This information is a natural progression of inspection of the kinetic shape of your environment. You may understand each color or ray as being, as we have said, a very specific and accurate portion of intelligent energy's representation of intelligent infinity, each ray having been previously inspected in other regards. This information may be of aid here. We speak now non-specifically to increase the depth of your conceptualization of the nature of what is. The universe in which you live is recapitulation in each part of intelligent infinity. Thus, you will see the same patterns repeated in physical and metaphysical areas, the rays or portions of light being, as you surmise, those areas of what you may call the physical illusion which rotate, vibrate, or are of a nature that may be, shall we say, counted or categorized in rotation manner in space-time as described by the one known as Dewey. Some substances having various of the rays in a physical manifestation visible to the eye, this being apparent in the nature of your crystallized minerals which you count as precious, the ruby being red, and so forth.